me and you. Pulse speed and my heart is racing, but I'm not sure I wanna pace it, cause it only does this with you. Our bodies meet, I can feel the tension, move us into the next dimension. Let's just let our bodies be true.
Hi guys, it's Nay. Welcome to Nay's Days. So today we're gonna do something a little bit different, and I have a guest star with me today.
Star? I'm not a star.
Star.
I'm just me.
So if you guys don't know who this handsome man it is, this is my husband John Hagerty.
Hi,
so make sure you leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe on his channel, which is right down here, John Hagerty Vlogs. And he hasn't really been in some of my videos because he's working a lot.
Yep, true.
All the time. But this week he's on vacation.
Finally.
So we're so excited, the family and I, to spend time with him. I know the dog's excited too. But we just wanted to talk to you today about how to keep a successful marriage going with opposite work shifts. So as most of you know, or if you do not know, I am an independent contractor. I'm a sign language interpreter and I work for multiple agencies. My schedule is flexible.
I'm a mechanic and I work for a Fortune 500 company, and my schedule is not flexible at all.
So I get to pick when I want to work, how long I want to work, if I don't feel like working that day, or if the kids have some school activities. I just don't schedule myself.
I get it picked for me. I don't have a choice in the matter.
So when John and I first met, he was working third shift, which is overnight from 10 p.m. to about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. Then he started working at Coca-Cola and is on third shift, second shift, which means some days he works overnights, some days he works second shift. So with that work schedule, especially second shift, we don't get to see him that much because he works 2 to 10:30.
Or 10 to 6:30. Or 2 to 2. Or 6 to 6.
So he needs to sleep during the day. And so it is very tough because my schedule, I am not an overnighter. I cannot stay awake past 10:30 on most nights.
Let's be honest, she can't stay awake past 9.
And so, because he mostly works overnight. So I'm like, hey, I'm just going to go to sleep. But I work during the days best. He actually works overnights best. And so with opposite work schedules, it's tough for us because we don't see each other. And I know that's very common in a lot of families and marriages, is that you work whenever you can. Having a job is very important.
You got to do what you got to do to provide for your family, and sometimes it comes at that cost.
Yeah. So comment below, guys, if you have opposite work schedules as your spouse.
And if you do, how do you guys get through the difficult times?
See, one thing that John and I do all the time is we text. Because a lot of times with my work, I can't pick up the phone, but I can like send a quick text. Same with John. He can't talk while work. He can't even have his phone while on the floor. And so I believe that texting, that communication, because last year we did a video about marriage tips and how communication is key. That is our form of communication during the day. And that's how we stay together for such a long time. And also we trust each other completely.
Trust is a big thing. Trust each other, then that's always going to be on your mind, because when you're in a relationship, you fight about everything. You fight about money, you fight about missing each other, you fight about
you work too much, I don't get to see you.
We have all these bills due. That's all you do is work to make the money to pay the bills. It's like a vicious cycle. It never stops. So sometimes you just have to stop and look at your relationship and say, you know what? I do these things for us to have what we want, and that's always a good thing to always want, because as soon as you stop wanting things in life, that's when you give up. You know, like, and it could be anything. I'm not trying to be like you have to want like exotic cars and crazy stuff, but I'm saying, like, you know, you want a better life for your family. You want to provide, you know, the best food that you can for them, you know. Not that I have a problem with ramen noodles, I love them, but it's one of them things, like, as soon as you stop wanting better, then you're complacent and you might as well just give up, because you're going to stay right there, stagnant. You're never going to keep escalating to get better.
And another thing that we do is we make sure we have date night at least once a week.
Until 9 o'clock. And then it's
Because then it's done. But date night is very important in a marriage because that's your one-on-one time to kind of like, with all the craziness of that work week, you have time for yourselves. You can like debrief, or you can just not talk about work and just be there with, you know, each other. And I think that's very important to have. So if you guys don't have it, you better start. But we make the best of the little time that we do get to spend together. We don't fight about not seeing each other. That's why we text all the time. Even though we don't see each other face to face, but when we do, make that time special because you don't know when you're gonna have that next time.
And another key note, never give up on personal development, because the better you make yourself, you're actually showing the person you're with that you're not giving up on them, that you always want to make yourself the best you that you can possibly be to show them. That's like your reflection of them. That's how highly you think of them. Like when I started the whole My Virtual Escape thing, it was extremely tough. You know, it was time away from the family. It was a lot of, you know, dedication and time, and, you know, like all you guys that watch it, I love you all, and you know that there's a lot that went into it. Without my supporting wife to say, you know what, I'm proud of you, you did the right thing, I see you hustling and doing the right thing, and I'm proud of you. Without all that, I wouldn't be where I am, and I wouldn't have done it, honestly, because if I didn't have her approval from the door, like, hey, it's a really good opportunity, I'm behind you 100%, it would have never happened. Sure. So that's the kind of relationship you need to have with each other, is like, whatever, when they started her business, it was a scary step. Anybody who knows starting a business is scary. But she knew that no matter what, we can live in a cardboard box together. That I had her back 100%. No matter what was going to happen, that I was there. And she had the same thing with me, with you know, Jesse's thing. So that's the kind of give and take you need in a relationship. You could fight about anything, but try to come up with a solution instead of fighting about it. If it's big enough to come up with an argument, it should be big enough to base something that you can fix it, that it'll never happen again.
Yeah. And then also, I like to complain a lot. Are you guys shocked? Are you guys shocked? Come on, are you shocked? I complain every single day about everything.
Yes, yes.
And so that's my communication for my communication to him. No, but just always just be with one another. I mean, if you're gonna only have a limited time to see that person and you fight all the time, you're not using that time wisely. Mm-hmm. And so you got to make the best of the time that you do have with each other. Make sure you have date nights. Make sure you communicate with one another. Trust in one another. I mean, if you're shady as anything, then you shouldn't be together, because trust is very, very important in a marriage. And if you don't trust that person, you're always going to have doubts. You're going to be wanting to check their phones, which I have my passcode open. He has his open. Like, he can check my phone. I got nothing to hide. He has nothing to hide, because I fully trust in him. I believe in him and anything that he wants to do. So always have communication, trust, belief in your spouse. Spend that extra time. Don't fight. It's not worth fighting.
It's a waste of time.
And just love each other. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you learned something. Make sure you leave in the comments below if you guys work opposite shifts, or if you work the same shifts and you only get to see each other at night. So always think positive, never give up, live life to the fullest, believe in love, spend time with your partners, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye!
Hi everybody, welcome to Days Days.
Hi guys.
It's a Daisy, and I am not lazy.
Stop.
You're cutting all this out.
I know, but I'm so tired. That was really good.